Okay, so one thing that I do amongst all of the areas of the law that I practice is I work with business owners. And when working with business owners, I realize that a lot of people forget that when you're working in a business partnership, you're entering into a relationship. So, yes, if you are working in a business, you are essentially dating your business partner. Okay, not so much dating, but you're definitely in relationship with them. And not only as a relationship, this is not a casual thing. This is not a slight, swipe left, swipe right. I don't know. However those apps work, it's not that. This is not a one night stand. When you are entering into a business, you are getting married. You are entering in terms of a long-term commitment. And just like a marriage can fail, so can a business. So if you spoke to a family law attorney, they would probably recommend you entering into some type of prenuptial agreement if there's assets and each person has established, net worth prior to being married, or just having a prenup in period. So the same thing with a business relationship. With a business relationship, you automatically have to sign an agreement. So when you get married, you sign that marriage certificate. When you start a business, you have to file paperwork with the state. So yes, a marriage is something that is overseen by the state, and so is a business agreement. So in most states, you have to file paperwork with the Illinois Secretary of State. That's what we do here in Illinois. And in your own respective state, you'll have to do the same thing. So this is an official documentation. So rather if you're signing up to be members or managers, a board of director, this is paperwork that's official. So the question that you should be thinking is, if I'm establishing this government issued paperwork to start the business, shouldn't you have the terms written out? Yes. But you know what people don't do? They don't do that. They don't actually set up the paperwork with that in mind. What they do is they just get the LLC and the corporation, but do not have the terms ironed out as to who does what, who gets what, who pays what. So what I mean, who does what, the roles and the responsibilities. Who pays what are the ownership and percentages and shares of the business. And then also when it comes to debt and liability, if there's debts to be paid, do all the members, do all the owners share into that the same equally? That's the importance of having an operating agreement. An operating agreement is a document that outlines the terms and understanding between the owners of a limited liability company. And if you have a corporation, you have the same type of document. This document makes sure that there's an understanding between the parties, that the roles are assigned, and everyone knows what the plan is. You would be surprised. Some people have dissolution or disagreements about the business for the same reasons that it happens in a marriage. And what do they say in marriage? In marriage, they say one of the main reasons people break up is about money. You best believe that's the same reason people break up in a business relationship. It is about the money. Another reason you'll have issues possibly in a marriage is just understanding of the roles and the responsibilities. One person said, well, maybe I thought when we get married, you were going to continue working, or I thought I was going to be a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad. Same thing for a business. You need to understand what the roles are. Same thing. Another reason why marriages might break down is the idea of the goals for the family might change. One person might think that they want to live and stay maybe in the home state close to the family, and another partner wants to live abroad. Goals of a business can change too. You may start off thinking that you want to be a real estate company and you want to only do flips. You're buying property and you're flipping and you're flipping. And then one day your business partner says, well, for this particular property, I want to do a buy and hold. What happened? The vision change, the mission change. Just like that can happen in a marriage, the same thing that can happen in a business. So my takeaway is a business is a legal entity. It's recognized in the state which you're organizing, and it's important for everyone to understand what the terms are. And so just don't sign up on the dotted line. Just don't register with the Secretary of State. Make sure you have an agreement and understanding as to what the future of the business is. So I'll insert a slide here in terms of the different types of agreements your business needs in order to make sure that you stay on track. I don't have dating advice, but I do have business advice. So I'm a real lawyer. Follow me for more information about real estate, probate, estate planning, and business functions and operations. So feel free to follow for more information. Take care. Bye-bye.